thought I'd get an early morning start to selling puts. I guess there's still a lot of you that aren't familiar with options. If I said something like sell a PSNY Polestar, sell a PSNY $10 strike put for 40 cents for July 1st, you might not even know what the hell I'm talking about. So basically, options are just like stock. You put in the ticker. For example, Revlon. Put in Revlon, and you'll get options and stock. It's under the same ticker. Like warrants would have a W, but stock and options are the same. Okay, and as an option, you're betting on a direction. Um, on either calls or puts, okay? Because you could do a covered call that's considered bearish. It's not considered bullish. You might think, well, I thought calls you were hoping for it to go up and then you'll get a bunch of premium. Well, a covered call means you own shares and you're setting your own limit, and you're hoping to make some premium so that if it goes down, you make some money because you don't really want to sell the stock and you'd prefer it to go up, but you just want to protect your downside. And then the other side of the spectrum is a put. Most people think, okay, a put means you're shorting it. If you buy a put, yeah, you're expecting it to go down, and it gives you the right to sell it at that price. But if you sell a put, it's considered bullish because you're expecting the price to go up, and you're hoping to just make some premium on it, and then if the stock should fall, you get it at a better price. So I said how to turn $10,000 into $36,000 in 6 months, and it's all math. You can check that video out. It's legit. There's anyone who questioned it literally just didn't look at it and do math. And it's not even daunting math. So I'm gonna put something out there that's like how to 2x your account, okay? How to get 100% profit. So let's just roll with $5,000, okay? You got $5,000 you want to just get some slow and steady profits on. So right now, Polestar PSNY is trading, it's down 7%, okay? So when the market opens, all these options are going to update and they're going to change prices. So I think the $10 strike is going to go from 35 cents premium to 40 cents premium, if not more, okay? It might go to like 41, 42, 43. Right now the 1050 is showing 43, but that's based on Friday's close. So you're going to see this 10 go to 43 cents probably, or even, yeah, 40, around 43, 44 cents, okay? Most likely when the market opens. Now the thing with the options is you can only trade them during market hours. You can't trade them in pre-market. You can't trade them in after hours. So anyways, you take your $5,000 at $10, you go $5,000 divide $10, get you 500 shares, okay? If you were to just buy the shares for $10, which you cannot do because they trade at $12.02. But what you can do, so one call or one put equals 100 shares. 1 equals 100. So if you can afford 500 shares at $10 with $5,000, you could write 5 contracts. 5 times 100 is 500. 500 times $10 is $5,000. Okay, so you could sell 5 $10 strikes. Someone will pay you 40 to 43 cents. My broker only lets me go in 5 or 10 cent increments, so I can't actually get, it sucks because I can't get the 3 cents, which that adds up, okay? Especially if you're doing lots of options. But so you could sell 5 $10 strikes for 40 cents or 45, but we'll go with 40 for easy math, and that's 200 bucks. So 200 bucks goes in your account, and now that 500 bucks is that 5,000 bucks is basically tied up, okay? Until July 1st, which is this Friday. So what happens on July 1st is if this PSNY Polestar stock is $10.01, you just keep your money. You keep the 200 bucks. You do that for 6 months on a similar rate, you'll have $10,200. You'll double your account. If the stock goes down to say $9.99 or even 10 bucks, then you have to cover your option, meaning they will give you those shares because you agreed to buy them. So you'll on Monday your account will have 500 shares of PSNY. And so you usually want to pick stocks that you're okay owning, not stocks you don't want to own ever. Because if you do wind up getting, say it goes to like $9.75, you still made some money because you got paid 40 cents. So your bottom, your break even would be $9.60. So as long as that stock stays over $9.60, you made money for the week. Okay, you didn't lose any money. But let's just say hypothetically that it went to $9.99. Now you have the stocks. You still have your 200 bucks. So what would you do now that you have those stocks? You don't want to sell them at a loss. So then you can go and look at the calls side, okay? PSNY. And you could say, okay, well, $10 call on PSNY. It's next week it'll trade roughly to what the $12 trades at right now, which is actually, the calls are sweet. The call gives you $1. So what you could do is you could just say, you could write a $10 covered call to get an immediate $1 per share in your account. So now you're getting 500 bucks because you have 500 shares. Or if you were like, well, you know what? I think 10 is kind of the bottom and it likes to be between 10 and 12. You could write a $12 and that would give you 45 cents. It pays basically the opposite of what a $10 put pays. So you'll get your 210 bucks. 0.45 times 500. Oh, 225 bucks. So you'll get 225 bucks. You'll get to keep all your shares. You don't have to worry about up and down. You don't have to worry about timing anything, timing the top, timing the bottom. You don't have to worry about any of that crap. You have your shares. You get your 225 bucks. Then on the following Friday, if the stock were to go to say 11.50, nothing happens. You keep your shares and you keep the money. If it goes to 12 bucks, you keep your shares and you keep your money, right? Sorry, 11.99. Okay. If it goes to 12, you keep the money, someone else gets your shares, and then you just do it all over again. So you want to sell puts. You want to sell your puts in hopes of getting free money or getting money plus the stock that you like at a better price. And then once you finally do get the shares, because eventually you'll probably wind up, something will happen and it'll fall and you'll be getting the shares. As soon as that happens, you can switch to covered calls and get free premium that way every single week. Free premium. And then eventually your shares will be sold. Okay? Now, the options you can also trade just like stock. So You don't even have to keep the option. That's just, you can, if you want to take a more passive investment approach, but in the middle of the daytime, you can trade them just like anything else. Stock goes up, sell the option. Stock goes down, buy some options. For puts, it's the opposite. Stock goes down, the value goes up. Stock goes up, the value goes down. So puts is basically the opposite, no matter bullish or bearish. And then calls is stock goes up, the value of the call goes up. Stock goes down, the value of the call goes down. Okay. Hopefully I explained that so that you could kind of follow along. You probably need a margin account to do this. I know I have an investment account and a margin account, and I can sell a covered call, but I cannot do anything on the put side with the investment account. So I know in the States you guys have something called a Roth IRA. I would imagine it's the same there. You could only do covered calls. You probably can't do any puts, or you can't do anything that could leave you open to unlimited losses. You can only do something that has limited downside. Okay. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. I'm probably going to just do a bunch of these with relevant tickers like every week, probably a couple a week, until people start getting the hang of it, getting the idea of it. As new viewers come in, they'll be able to see the same thing, right? So because that's just kind of a ticker, GGIP/PSNY, that people kind of have on their mind, and not every ticker has options, right? Redbox, they're gone. Rev, they have them. So actually, I'll do another video right after this, and I'll use the Rev as an option.